Hello, English 242 students. Welcome to week 7, module 7. So this module is called Gender and Identity in Victorian Poetry. It covers the week beginning on 29th of September, running until, what's the last date of this week? It is the 5th of October. So this week will be filled with some information on the mid-Victorian movement. And you will actually, if you're looking at your screen up here, you know that you've got to read Goblin Market, 641 to 53 in Volume E, and then Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold. That's a short poem, 574 to 575. You'll also read the biographical information on Rossetti and the Arnold information as well on the pages that are listed on the screen. The lecture that you're watching now will, of course, lead you toward the quiz that's in the assignment list. You'll have the context readings and then the 2 links that I provided for videos on Rossetti and Arnold there. You've got to complete the discussion board post again before Wednesday night, and the replies are due before the Sunday night, and then the 150-word reflection. Again, adding things to your portfolio journal as you go. I did want to say that I sent out an announcement this past week saying that I had removed the literary analysis number 2 and also the journal assignment number 2. So as I steadily continue to work through those grading those journal assignments, I didn't want you to be having to do too much. I haven't been able to get feedback on those yet. So no way am I going to make you have another one available next week when I haven't graded the ones that are been posted yet. If literary analysis have been posted, grades, and just the portfolio stuff, and catching up on a couple of these last things this last week needs to be done as well. So stick with me, the grades being done. The lecture for today, Christina Rossetti and Matthew Arnold. Again, this is the lecture is titled Faith, Doubt, and the Search for Meaning. The context here, we're in the mid-Victorian movement. By the mid-19th century, Great Britain was experiencing enormous cultural tension. Science and industry were booming, religious faith was being questioned, and poets were responding to a world where old certainties no longer seemed secure. Christina Rossetti and Matthew Arnold capture this mood in different ways. Rossetti through symbolic storytelling and intense imagery, and Arnold through meditative reflection on faith and also doubt. First, Christina Rossetti was born in 1830, died in 1894. She grew up in a highly artistic family. Her brother Dante Gabriel Rossetti was a famous painter and a poet. She was deeply religious and often struggled between worldly desires and her spiritual devotion. Many of her poems explore temptation, sacrifice, and the cost of passion, especially for women in Victorian society. The Goblin Market, one of your assigned readings this week. This long narrative poem reads like a fairy tale, but it's loaded with symbolism. You have 2 sisters, Laura and Lizzie. They both hear goblin merchants calling out to sell exotic fruits. The goblins are described as half human, half animal creatures, playful, persuasive, but also predatory. The plot, Laura tastes the forbidden fruit and becomes addicted, wasting away in sickness and longing. Lizzie, determined to save her, bravely confronts the goblins. Then they attack her, smearing fruit all over her face, but she refuses to eat. She returns home, where Laura kisses the juice from Lizzie and is miraculously healed. Themes: temptation and desire. The goblin fruit represents dangerous pleasures. Another theme is sisterhood and sacrifice. Lizzie's courage and loyalty is what saves Laura, making the poem a celebration of female love and also solidarity between females. There's some religious allegory here. Many readers see Lizzie as this Christ-like feature, resisting sin and offering redemption through self-sacrifice. And then gender and power. The goblins' aggressive, coercive tactics reflect Victorian anxieties or worries or fears about female vulnerability and male dominance. The beauty of the poem Goblin Market lies in its rich sound play. Rossetti's rhyme and rhythm make the goblins' calls feel almost musical and even seductive. It's both enchanting and unsettling. Now for Matthew Arnold. Matthew Arnold was born in 1822, died in 1888. He was both a poet and also a cultural critic. He worked as a school inspector for most of his life, which gave him a broad perspective on education and also society. He worried about the decline of religious faith in an age of science and industrialization, and his poetry often reflects that struggle between doubt and longing for belief. The password for the quiz this week is Arnold, lowercase Arnold. So Dover Beach is what we're reading from Arnold, and this is the summary and also the analysis that goes with it. The lyric poem begins quietly with the speaker looking out across the calm English Channel at nighttime. The scene is both beautiful and tranquil and quickly becomes a metaphor for spiritual loss. The speaker hears the grating roar of the waves and compares it to the eternal note of sadness that's evident in human life. He reflects on how the sea of faith was once full and strong, is now retreating, leaving the world exposed and uncertain. The poem closes with a plea to his beloved, since the world is a darkling plain where ignorant armies clash by night, the only hope is to remain true to one another. Themes in this poem are faith and doubt. The poem captures the Victorian crisis of belief. Religion no longer feels secure, and Arnold mourns its withdrawal. Nature and truth. Nature doesn't provide comfort here. Instead, the sea becomes a reminder of loss. Love as refuge. In the absence of certainty, human relationships are the only stable ground. The power of Dover Beach comes from its tone. It starts very serene, it shifts to sorrow, and it ends in desperate intimacy. It's a deeply personal poem, but also a snapshot of Victorian anxiety in the age of Darwin and modern science. Rossetti and Arnold give us two sides of the Victorian struggle. Rossetti uses imaginative storytelling to explore temptation, redemption, and the strength of women's bonds. Arnold offers a meditative lament for lost faith, urging love and loyalty as a shield against despair. Both of these poets ask, what do we cling to when the world feels uncertain? For Rossetti, it's sisterhood and sacrifice. For Arnold, it's love and fidelity. Again, the password for this week is Arnold, Arnold. You will see the Module 7 context information. The lecture quiz is here. I'm going to open it now. It is available. It will be due on Sunday night. The discussion board post is here. It's called Temptation, Faith, and Victorian Doubt. Again, you have to post by Wednesday and reply before Sunday. And the Module 7 150 word reflection is here. Please keep up the good work. You're doing really well this week. Really appreciate all the hard work you're doing. And I will talk to you if you have any questions. Please email me.